Those of you who don't know me, I don't typically plan out my speeches, but Jeremy asked that I be prepared. So a few people had, he said to keep it to 5 to 7 minutes. A few people canceled. I think I got 30 minutes. Just kidding. Truthfully, I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. Jeremy did ask me, in all seriousness, to share some of my reflections of being here at PBA. So I'm going to share with you a quick story. I'm going to thank a few people, and I'll be on my way. First and foremost, I need to thank God, and that's just not some kind of formality. Anybody who truly knows me behind the scenes and some of the adventures I've been on knows I've probably been a part of sending 3 to 4 guardian angels to early retirement with full benefits. And it's only by God's grace that I'm even up here today, and that's for real. Where did my notes go for real? Got it. That wasn't a part of this, by the way. All right, so I don't do the podium thing. So you wanted a quick story, and this will encompass everything you need to know about this school. And this only happened about a month ago. I was in my last class, Values, Personal, and Social. We're on a break. And I had just got done sharing with my class how I struggle letting people in close to me, right? And I guess I just shared that with 100 of you. But it's a real battle of mine, and it creates a lot of anxiety within me. And I shared this with my classmates. We go on break, and Chris McQueen, who can't be here tonight because his mother had passed, he had gone out, and I don't know how he did this, but he had somehow gotten the Krispy Kreme and back in like 3 minutes. He comes up to me really close, and he goes, "I need you to hold this." And he gives me the box of donuts, which anyone who knows me knows I like to eat, so I'm like, I'm the last person you need to do this with. He comes back about 3 minutes later, and this in my class had kind of gathered around me. He goes, "I just wanted you to know that there's people here that care and want to get in close to you, and I'm one of them." And he's like, "I had used the box to get within an arm's length of you, and I wanted you to know I was a safe person." I said, "Wow, dude." I said, "Thank you so much." And that's the kind of environment we have here. People actually care. They want to get close. They want to know you. They want to walk this road and journey with you. And that hit home with me. Now to thank a few people. My mom is here from New Jersey. And if anybody, Now, if anyone's going to vouch for this, it's going to be her, right? It takes quite a lot of help to get me going and then staying on course. So God was cool. He gave me a few Florida moms. I moved from New Jersey. So my roommate, Cherie, right there, she has definitely saved me about $3,000 from my laptop throws. When you're writing those papers at 2 in the morning, stressed out, and the laptop almost makes its way in the street. She would talk me down and say, "Well, just maintain, you'll get through it." But no, seriously, she's always been there for me. And Julie has always been the most protective and encouraging person around me. I felt like I could tell her I was about to rob a bank, and she'd be like, "JC, it's so good, you're going to do great." Yeah, everybody's laughing because it's true. And Shannon, I know she couldn't be here, and she's meant a lot to me. She was one of the first people. She actually is the one who got me hired. She was my first professor, and she was the first person who would call me out all the time. I would go into my office when I was in one of those downtimes in life, and they happen, and every student here will tell you that when you're in school and trying to work, everything catches on fire. And she'd be like, "JC, what's wrong?" I'd be like, "Oh, nothing, I'm cool." And then next thing I know, my door's closing, and Shannon's there like, and I'm like, man, I'm not getting out of this one. But in all honesty, she would take so much time to hear out what was going on in my life, and she would always end it with the most encouraging words to make me feel like I could run through a wall and go tackle whatever had to get done. And that always meant a lot. And Dr. Lawson, I haven't had much experience with him education-wise. That'll change in the fall. Yeah. But that man right there, he helped the dream come true for me, and one I didn't tell a lot of people about. It was always a goal of mine to speak at a church and do a sermon. And Dr. Lawson allowed that to happen twice. And even more so, he allowed me to be a part of his Renew crew there, Tiffany V and the likes. And that's meant the world to me. And having the right people around has really been what's impacted me and gotten me going and going where hopefully the track stays the course. But I wanted to thank you because that meant a lot. You know, it's not often you get to have a true dream come true. And Dr. Holder, sitting right there. Yeah. A lot of people don't know this either. For 4 months, every Thursday we met and he mentored me for an hour from 1 to 2. Granted, we chased rabbits for quite a bit of that time. But, you know, honestly, I always appreciated the amount of time and intentionality that he had with me. He was there, he'd ask questions, he would make me think, he'd question me on my business plans, on school, and all kinds of stuff. And he was always just fully present, like nothing else mattered, didn't have the cell phone, there was no distractions, it was just me and him, and I always appreciated that. And just on a personal standpoint, it meant a lot when you came to that first time I spoke at the church. It's just, you know, you're kind of like my dad's age, so having an adult male there, you know, support on my end, that meant a lot. And I got one last person, and I'm on my way. Dr. Dybin, she's back there. She is probably going to ask for my Social Security number next year and claim me as a dependent. The best way I can wrap this up for you, because I struggle to put this into words, is this. About 6 years ago, I was working at the hospital. A man who was my first mentor here in Florida said, Justin, you didn't move here just for, you know, whatever. You're going to meet one person, and that person is going to see stuff in you that you don't see in yourself. That one person is going to open doors that you didn't know you had. He goes, I'm telling you, you're here to meet a person. And the whole time working in the hospital, I thought I was a patient, so every patient, I'm like, are you the person? Are you the dude? I didn't know I was going to meet that person at PBA. I didn't know that person was going to be a professor. And I didn't know that person ended up being like one of my closest and best friends. But the amount of time she's invested in me and the stuff that I've accomplished in the last year and a half is truly because of her. So I wanted to thank you for that. And my last thing here for Shannon, I told her I'd be the first outstanding grad to do the largest selfie from stage. So here goes it. Hold on. You can take the mic, sir. I don't need this. I'm from New Jersey.
Yes, sir. I got the mic.
All right, everybody, let's wave high Shannon. All right, my big head got me. There we go.